Okay, today's video is just what I've been getting up to and possibly asking for donations. Thanks very much, guys. Love you all. Everything I do is because Jesus has shown it to me, and I'm showing it to you. Thanks a lot. Bye. Okay, today I'm going to show again that there is more than one pole on a magnet. That's just a burn mark, so ignore that. You see how it keeps turning to... That's so weird, I don't even know why it's doing that. There's nothing near this. Anyway, stay there. So, 2 poles. Shouldn't be any more, right? Let's just move that. And then we're going to take 1 plate. And then we're going to take 2 plates. I wonder if I could do just 2. Oops. Oh dear. I'll try it with 2 and see what happens. Because it worked with 3, I'll just put 3 on there. You'll see what I mean. Oh, no, it didn't. See, I put 3 on just a minute ago. Watch what happens when you put 3 on. Thank you, Lord. That's really funny. So now we have 3 plates. 3 thicknesses. What is going to happen? Can you see it? Oh, you can't. That's so funny. Oh, hang on. I forgot to do this. And there we go. We now have 1 pole, 2 poles, 3 poles, 4 poles. There's no reflections. There's no nothing. That's what you get, because there's a vortex hole there, there's a vortex there, there's a vortex there and there. If I could put more on there, I would. But then I don't think we'd see anything. But the point is, that is at a different depth. And so the vortex hole is there. So again, showing that this surface is a diatom surface. And that means there's holes everywhere. It just depends on what angle you are looking at. You will only see one, unless of course you got 3 plates. But whichever way you look at this, you will see a hole, because there's holes everywhere from the centre out. Like that. Same on the other side. So again, probably the 4th definitive video showing that there's no torus at all. There's also not 2 black holes stacked one on top of each other at the supposed poles. There is no such thing as a pole on a magnet or on a planet or anything. There is only energy flow. There is no pole, because if you look on Wikipedia or anywhere on the internet, a magnetic field only has 1 vortex. Well, I've just been disproving that for the last couple of days by God's wisdom and the things that he shows me, which I'm showing you. I just came upstairs and thought, what am I going to do today? How about you put 3 on there, Lee, and see what happens? And then you saw me decide that I'm going to try 2. 2 didn't work. But 3, the original thought, which is the spirit leading me, said, put 3 down. And I did, and immediately saw this. So, there is no torus on a magnet. There is more than 1 pole. In fact, it's poles from here to here. It's poles everywhere. And I've just proven it. I've just made a double pole at each supposed pole. But there's no such thing as a pole, because the pole is also here, and here, and here. So how can you have only 1 pole here? This is the rubbish and the lies that you have all been taught. The north is here, as well as here and here. And you might go, oh, that's east and west. Nope, that would be right here. where there's something else. But this is not a pole. There is no such thing as a pole. And I've got, again, 4 vortices. Now, where's that gone? I don't know. Oh, let's do nothing. So we'll just leave it there. So, okay. Today, again, more definitive proof showing that there are hundreds and thousands and however many vortices, holes there are. Because they're not made out of vortexes, they're made out of a halo wave. And it's coming in, around, woo, out, down, around, over, sorry, we're going the wrong way, down, around, out, through the inertia line, and back out into the middle, and out one of the sides. I'm going to draw it in the next couple of videos. But again, waiting for a camera to arrive, because obviously, as you can see, you can only just see what I'm talking about. So, there's your poles, all 4 of them. Thanks very much. My name is Lee, and I follow the Christ Jesus, and I'm showing you all the things that he tells me about. Thanks a lot. Bye. Looks pretty good. Just a black wheel. Don't know what it is. One magnet. I like that. 3 poles on a magnet. How funny is that? One pole made out of a halo wave. Second pole made out of a halo wave. Third pole made out of a halo wave. Would that be a treskel? Who knows? I should probably make better plates, really. So I can have a really good look at this, because that's pretty cool actually. Let's take this off. Zoom it, put it back out. Alright. Okay, so because it's on an angle, is the camera going to pick it up? There's not much to see on this side anyway. You have to excuse me, everything's in the way. I see an incoming halo wave. So there you can see it spinning off the top and into the inertia line. Oh, shame my camera's so rubbish. But there it is. That Fibonacci spiral right there. There. Got it. Heading out. And you see the groove in the middle? Oh, right there. That's because there's two of them going in opposite directions. Now, I would ask for donations, please, because I'd like to do a little bit more with this. So please, if you think what I'm doing is worth it and more money could be spent on it to show more of what I'm trying to show, please donate. I'm not the Pope. I don't charge to save your soul. I don't make shit up so that you follow me and give me your money. Every day I bring out something new, something old, and I teach it and show it. And basically I'd like to investigate with a many shaped ferro plate, as I was talking about octagons the other day. So, you know, so I'll block out some light, but no. See, that black bit looks like a torus, but that's only there because of all these lines. There isn't any torus. There's only these lines going in and out, and basically what you are seeing is all of them coming out and going into the inertia line, which is why there's a bulge. And people say, but if I pour ferrofluid on here I get a torus. No, you don't. Understand this. Energy is coming this way and energy is coming this way, but it cannot lift the ferrofluid. Okay? It can't do it, and so all you get is a torus of matter. But if it was lighter, it would follow all these lines, of course, which are not a torus. So what you are left with as these exit is a torus. It's the only reason it's on there with the ferrofluid. The torus is created by all the energy loops coming through. That's the only reason, and some of them go up and the ferrofluid can't follow it, so it makes a torus. It is an incorrect observation to say that because ferrofluid sits in a torus that it must have a torus, because it doesn't. There's no torus there. This is where the magnetism is, because that's where the ferrofluid is, and as you can see there isn't anything here, and it plainly shows it. It's all going around and down, no less, because that's what it does. And then it spins into the inertia line and down and out the other side and creates another torus underneath, but for no other reason that it can't escape. It's both pushed and pulled, and that is why the torus exists as a torus, but only as a matter torus. The energy is not forming a torus, it's made from halo waves, incoming and outgoing, coming down, spinning round, flying out. So please, if you think that the videos that I'm showing are doing you some good, please donate to my PayPal and we'll see if we can't take this further. Unfortunately, I just don't have time and money, and as a follower of God, all I can do is rely on the people listening to the things that I say. So thanks very much. I just wanted to show you this again. I'm just playing. I don't even know what I'm doing. But what I do know is I just showed 3 poles on a magnet again, just because of this. So if I could put a lens on there with ferrofluid fly lenses, like a compound eye, then yeah, we might see something really special. So unfortunately I've got a million really great ideas from the Lord, who leads me into all things of how to do things and how to figure things out and what to look for and general play. Yeah, but I don't have the money to even vaguely think about doing a lot of things. So, oh, and while we're here, I may as well show you this, because I'm waiting for the camera and it's not fully finished yet. But basically, this is my camera slider. This is my camera track, 360 la-di-das. So what do we have? We have a rail slider here. This is just a ball bearing a ball bearing draw slider, which extends all the way out here. See, I can't even get it in shot, it's that big. So there. So I've got a handle over here that I bought, just a draw handle to stick it on, so I can pull this way. I can also pull it this way, so I can get 360 degrees there. I also stuck another one, and I'm going to have to take it to bits because I've got a bit of a wobble, because this piece of wood isn't on right, and I needed that to steady it. So my camera's actually going to be up here, so I can move my camera up, down, left, right, you name it, diagonal, diagonal down, diagonal up. It's all actually pretty cool. So yeah, if you want to make a up, down, front, forward, side to side, these are just some things I had in my garage. They're just holding up this piece of wood, which I cut a hole in. I just nailed it to this. You could put it on anything. Mine screwed to this. I made 2 runners. Oh yeah, sorry, I've got one underneath here obviously, so it can do that as well. So it's all just screwed together. I put 2 runners along here so that when I move out all the way out to here, it doesn't bend. So I can move, how far is that? I don't know, that hole's maybe 14 inches. So I've got a foot of movement that way, got a 12 inches of movement that way, got my runners to keep everything straight, and then right now that's got 6 to 8 inches of travel up and down. So yeah, that looks pretty good actually. So that's what I've been building. I ran out of donation money a while back, so I paid for this with my own dough. Got a job cutting up pig parts, so I've got myself a wonderful job with no thinking involved. I just put meat into bags or wade through blood and guts and throw them into a machine, because I needed a humble job, because God's on my mind all the time. And you know, I don't know if many people know, some of you do, but I've got 2 college diplomas, HVAC, with my gas and oil tickets, and also I have a civil engineering diploma, so I ain't stupid. But unfortunately I've got my civil engineering degree by being a parrot, because I barely didn't understand it as I did it. But as long as you're a parrot in this world, you can learn anything. So yeah, I don't do civil engineering. I'm not a gas man or an oil man or a HVAC man. But I got the qualifications, but unfortunately, it's not unfortunate at all, my apologies. This and this is what takes up my brain and everything else in the universe. So I haven't got any room to be thinking at work, because it's all garbage to me now. Working is garbage. It's just ridiculous. I mean, everybody's got to work and we need money. Hence, I cut up bits of pig for a living. So, and you know, I've took this because it's a humble position. I can't help it. I've got to do it to earn some money. I'm getting, you know, $13 an hour, which is a massive come down. And people that know me look at me like, oh, poor Lee, look at the state of him now. I have to just smile and go, yeah, things are great, man. But yeah, many people look down their nose at me now because I cut up pigs for a living for 13 bucks an hour and put them into bags and ship them off to supermarkets. So please, I'd like to do some very clever stuff, obviously, and all day I don't have to think, I just think about all this kind of stuff. So if you think that what I'm doing is worth it and that the things that I'm showing are super duper and worth seeing more of, please donate to this channel. Got PayPal buttons up above on the YouTube channel or on my Google page, and I thank you all in advance and thank all of you for paying for all these lights and magnets, and got a couple of bits of ferro fluid. No, I may as well tell you how I seal mine. I have been using ABS 55Y, they might not make that anymore, I've had this in the house. I painted it with that goes hard. And then I found this, which is liquid electrical tape, and then you just put it over the top of that and it's rubber. And you know, I've just got my various bits and bobs, but I'm down to, that's the last of my ferro fluid, and as you've seen from my plates, a couple of them are in some bad shape. So I'm just looking for supplies, guys. You know, this is 30 bucks for one of these, and then, you know, 2 weeks to wait for it. These are just a couple of mixes I've got, a spray bottle thing that I've got for testing stuff, and that's just a mix which is now starting to solidify. So yeah, I'm after materials, guys. I mean, this is all the stuff that I'm doing. Half of this equipment is mine anyway. You know, building rubbish to put my camera on so I can look at it before I use this thing, which I'm waiting for the bloody GoPro, which still hasn't arrived, and general tools and stuff. So yeah, so this is where I'm working, which is, it's nice to have a spare room, but unfortunately it's a bit of a tip in here, really, as you can see by this lovely stuff. I got this, and I don't know, if it was wood I'd be fine, but it's not. It's like lino on the walls. Okay, anyway, I'm kind of making out a pity case here, and that's not meant to be the case. I've got a fantastic track thing here which I'm very chuffed with. That's just kind of cool, and yeah, but I can't tell you what I'm going to do yet with that until I get the GoPro. And so basically, in general, I'm just kind of, you know, moving on, but all my plates and things are starting to do that and that, and I honestly don't know why. I might be pressing down too hard, who knows, but yeah, so I need to redo them all. And as I've said, guys, all I'm after is for, you know, people to donate, if you could, you know, enough so I can get more liquid and stuff. It's not for me, it's not for my pocket, it's not for me, it's not for my pocket. It's basically to buy more supplies. Alright, so that's what I'm doing. I should have made that a bit better, really, but look at the thickness of the glass. Yeah. I haven't quite got perfect control over my glass cutter yet, but I do it like this, you know, they turn out like this because I want to try it. Come on, I've had this great idea, I'm going to throw stuff together and, you know, take my pieces of glass and just make something, and then unfortunately when things like this happen, and that, it's kind of destroying what I'm trying to do. So yeah, but I'm trying to use everything sparingly. So thanks very much, and yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Bye.